What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is More. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Isis. His name is Kimo. It's currently 2-0 in this best of 5 series for the VBLE Champions League Season 2. Sorry, Season 1. He's up 2-0. Season 1. Semi-finals. Kimo one game away from the finals. More has a mountain to climb, but we have seen reverse sweeps before. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably go and watch a couple of Boyd versus Chrono J series there. Just saying. Okay, so More, he's in a pickle. He hasn't managed to crack the Kimo just yet. Kimo playing brutally efficient so far, just really difficult to kill. This is still sticking with the Isis for Kimo. Goldmine, little bit precariously placed here, though there are two towers that kind of protect it. We did see Kimo veto the first map with an exposed goldmine, so we did not want to see this twice in a row. And Moore's going to get some sort of a giggity on this gold mine here when he sees it, because the early game of Oranos on Midgard can go two ways. You attack the water really hard with speedy boats and, multitask harass like that, and you go after the docks with your land army. Or you do that same thing on the water, but then you go after the gold mine with Terma and Mermillo. And you just really hard for the Isis player to defend the gold mine. All that being said, I do expect to see some houses going up around here, a temple going up here as well, wall segments around these towers here, as well as Kimo's going to have to spend some resources to defend that gold mine there. Potentially even like a second tower might be crazy. Not sure at all. So over here we have this relic. We've got the Mithril Horseshoes here. A very, very strong relic for the Isis player. Though for some reason we don't see relics picked up on water maps that much. And we got the Thundercloud Shawl here. Huge relic for actually both players. The Terma get shut down a little bit, and any Chariot Archers or Slingers get shut down a little bit as well if you do grab those ones. So what is going to happen here? Fishing ships getting spammed out for More. No surprises there. I do expect to see More go for a 430 here. I've talked about it before. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it, but I'd like to see some innovation with Oranos to try going a little bit slower on Midgard, because it's one of those maps that you can spam out fishing ships and get away with it. And the early game harass may not be that important, but with the Oracle spotting this gold mine, there's a villager coming forward actually to push it away. The 430 is obviously best here to put the early pressure on. But if that gold mine was protected, I would love to see like an Atlantean player try a 5-minute advance time with like would it be 5:05 advance time with a bunch more fishing ship, getting an early per scene and doing some shenanigans like that there. But obviously does not look like what's happening here. Prometheus is on the way. Kimo's got his wall segments up. He's put a back temple here. Walls coming up here. I love these small walls here. Nice and cheap. 6 gold, 3 gold, 3 gold. Absolutely yummy. Nice and cheap, as opposed to the long wall around them, which starts to be very expensive. So Kimo with using these snowy pines very, very nicely. There is a little trick you can do to make those snowy pines a little wall there. You could do it in Age of Empires 2 as well. For those of you who are unaware, I'm not going to reveal too much, but you do have to send a citizen forward. There is a wooden wall popping up here. 15 gold, so still a lot of gold that Kimo's putting into this. Anubis is the god of choice for Kimo yet again. Obviously loves that Anubis to create a defensive choke point here. Or over this side would be really good as well. We do see the dock coming up here on this location. Prometheus comes in. Fishing ships moving around here. Do we see a second dock here? We do not see a second dock. We've got military barracks. We've got counter barracks coming up. The Promethean wandering in here. The question is, can More even take this wooden wall down without losing a whole bunch of his units here to the watchtowers is the question. He hasn't thrown up a second dock. and he's got nothing behind. Well, he's not even forward buildings here. He needs to start making units. He's deciding what to do here, it looks like. Maybe just going to go for a second town center? I have no idea what he's doing. He's got a lot of fishing ship, though. He spammed them out like crazy. He's actually got 12 fishing ship here. 13 fishing ship per scene coming through. Anubis comes through. Do we see a barracks? No barracks just yet. There's a 5-villager prosperity? What is this madness? Some cabinets getting spammed out. No dock, second dock for more just yet. Starting to make his units now. Mermillo and Terma. Obviously, when he sees these cabinets are just going to be defensive, I assume. You can't be too aggressive with them. And Kimo's not going to have any... Well, he will. He's actually sending the Anubite in, so he's going to scout the base, see the counter barracks, see the military barracks. The mana's coming up. Still no valor for Kimo for more just yet, as the unit's going to be searching for something. There's a nice attack here on this wood line that he can do. And do we see the cabinets moving forward is the question. We do not see them going forward. So, he spots all 3 military buildings here of more. It may give away something here as he's spammed those fishing ships out without... I hope Moore puts up a second dock when he can afford it. Just in case, but I guess he can spam those Bremer out pretty fast. Now the cabinets are deciding to go is as Kimo realizes there's no Bareem pressure coming to him. It's going to be totally fine. We probably should see, we are seeing some Bareem getting some defensive Bareem coming up for more, but he is housed at the moment. Not putting up that house is going to be very, very key here in his defense of this water. There's the man is coming up, putting up both of them there. And how many cabinets are coming in? He's sending in 5 cabinets, so you need at least 5 Bareem to sit under this dock, and there's going to be fishing ship getting pushed off as well. And then there's also Plague of Serpents that could come out. Now we've got the units moving in here. We've got the wooden wall coming up. The villagers get pulled here, trying to get ghost buildings up. He does get them up, but the units sneak out of here through those wall segments. In fact, the wall isn't even completely secure here, as it's not even up to the wood line there, as the units do get out of there very, very easily. Another military building up for more. I'm not even sure he can afford that just yet. Now the cabinet's coming in. How many Bareem are here for more? He's sending those Bareem forward. Big mistake from him, because now the cabinet's going to have free reign over his fishing ship economy now, and he hasn't spotted it just yet as the cabinets haven't attacked, and we'll see where Kimo decides to go with him. He's going to sit right underneath the dock trying to pick them off. Meanwhile, Moore's not going to notice this with the town with the siren or anything, because he's getting attacked in the front. However, this wooden wall is looking like it could go down very, very soon, and maybe Moore doesn't even care about this at this point. He's sending some of those Bareem back finally. The fishing ship kind of just need to get garrisoned at this point. We are seeing 1 Bareem here, not making any more, as Moore is still trying to push through this location, going after the gate here. We see 3 barracks up for Kimo. Slingers, axemen, and axemen. That's it. The Pharaoh coming in, trying to help out. Units getting thrown away for Moore at this point, but he does break down this forward wall. Now Moore can start pushing through it. There's a big gap here now for him to come in, and he's going to start pushing through here the Prometheans onto the villages. The Pharaoh does manage to pick off that Promethean or finish it off. The Pharaoh getting very close to getting picked off now. The Bareem's over here trying to push off more fishing ships getting picked off, and now Moore has to kind of get back as Kimo's defense is too clutch here. There's still a bunch of Terma in the back. Moore can keep on poking his head in here and trying to get villager pickoffs while he defends over here if he has the APM. But all of these fishing ships have been picked off as Moore not defending his base very nicely there at all. Second town center is on the way. Third town center is on the way right now. We see the slingers coming out. Moore should be able to retreat away from these. He's got some speedy units here so they don't get delayed too much. And we see the town center trying to come up here, but there is a shockwave. But because Moore's grabbing 2 town centers here, he's not going to be able to keep pushing him. We're seeing Cairo Ballista coming out for more now. He's got to know something I don't, because I wouldn't make Cairo Ballista in this situation. Obviously, they do very well against those axemen, but so do pure Terma at this point. And we are seeing the priest trying to get sniped there. He does manage to pick it off. The Terma simply just need to retreat here and let that town center go up. That is a byproduct of going for 3 town centers here. Meanwhile, the cabinets being left to their own devices here. This dock getting some value. Well, there's still some fishing ships. Another Bareem coming in. Very low HP cabinet here may get picked off, plus another 1 or 2. And now Moore coming back to his home base. He's going to have to think about wood situation. He's sitting with 253 wood in the bank. Kimo's looking to go to the next age here. And I mean, he's going to be booming. He's going to hit a nice heroic age timing. I think Hyperion all in here on this gold mine will be huge. That's what we need to see more going for. How many resources does he have? He's not close there. And this 3-town center thing doesn't make the most sense with this this map here. Going 2-town center Hyperion makes perfect sense. Because then you can spam those Satyr out and just completely push off one gold mine, sky passes the other one, and then be just jumping around there like a madman. But instead, we're not seeing that. We're seeing 3 town centers, and that normally indicates we're going to see a fairly fast mythic age from Moore in this matchup. Kimo getting pushed off this town center for the time being. Some villagers do get picked off. The cabinets over here just about to fall. Do we see more cabinets? We do. We've got a second dock up here for Moore here, and the Bream's going to finish this one off. Those fishing ship all chilling inside the dock should come back out. It's very, very important. The Kyro Ballaster here going to be huge. We see the shockwave onto the Axeman to keep the Kyro Ballaster doing a lot of damage here, and he needs to focus those Kyro Ballaster onto those forward Axemen before attacking anything else, because they do peak damage. Some villagers coming onto those Kyro Ballaster in the back, getting the bonus damage from Siege. More Promethean coming in onto the back of the Slingers. There is still the one Priest here and the Pharaoh able to pick those Promethean off very, very fast, and more is pushed back. Do we see Kimo going through Nephthys? We do see Kimo going through Nephthys. So with all of that extra economy that Kimo's had, he is going to be able to get to the heroic age first here. Though the Citizen have been built quite nicely. There's some hunt everywhere. How many economic upgrades? We've got hunting dogs for more, and we should pump more fishing ships back out now and repopulate his fish to keep his economy nice and strong. We do see the Pharaoh getting picked off. There's the Nephthys for Kimo. This gold mine getting gathered from. There is actually, in effect, this gold mine I completely missed, probably because there was a big blue dot on it. There's the mark coming up instantly for Kimo. So maybe that Hyperion all-in made no sense. So I take all of that back. I take it all back. And now more still pushing in here as Kimo has got 3 talent centers. He's in the heroic age. Going to be gearing up to get an early mythic age. We see the Midgard stronghold going up, and an early mythic age to Osiris. We've seen that time and time again for Egyptian against Oranos. Very, very strong. The Scorpion Man here going to get dealt with. We see a Valor in order to do so. The Scorpion Man does retreat back to the base. How many resources for Kimo? Still very, very low. He's getting Salt Amphora. We've got a couple of Bareem here, and we do see a sneaky Sky Passage. I think this isn't in line of sight. I think he may be out of line of sight here, but you can never be sure, and somehow managing to sneak that villager in there and be able to pick off this villager here as well. And more will have to retreat here. How far off is his next stage? Still not close to there. He's got all of this hunt to eat, His economy should be completely fine. He's not behind on economy per se. It's just throwing away units so far. And we do see him jumping into this Sky Passage. Going to be hitting this gold mine hard here. And I would love to see him shockwave these villagers and try and pick up as many of them as he possibly can. Throwing up a sentry tower here. This is extreme. This gold mine's still got 3,000 left on it. And is Kimo next stage? No. Plow is all that's coming up. With the elephant coming out, I'm not sure that this sentry tower will even hold for very long. And Kimo could just move on to this gold mine for the time being. But Jesus, that Kyro Ballaster does take that war elephant down. It's slow, but eventually it will pick it off. And it looks like the watchtower will be up for more for the time being. We've got a villager coming over here as well, spotting this gold mine. And where are the rest of Moore's units? I think they're all chilling in the Sky Patch, or at least some of them. He does pick off this wall. There's a big snowy pine wall here. He is trying to get that Sky Passage off, but it gets spotted there as Moore has to retreat back. However, his army is here for the time being. The population is 145 to 153 with that ISIS town center population bonus there, able to get a little bit more population than Moore. And Moore is able to advance to the next age, and maybe Hyperion now isn't a bad idea, though Osiris is probably the thing you got to be scared of, right? We are seeing some farms coming up, more military barracks for Moore. And do we see Thea? Well, Thea is coming through. So early Mythic Age, early Thea, or late Thea, early Mythic Age is the go for Moore. Potentially going to swap into Contarius here as he's kind of forced out Slinger Axeman, going for a swap into Poseidon's Secret Contarius. Could be a go here with Hecate. or potentially Helios. I don't know what the best option here is. Against the ISIS monuments, they're just everywhere. It's really hard to find any spot. Maybe this spot here is open for the time being. Now we see a siege works coming up for Kimo. He's sort of secured this location here. So we'll see how that goes. We have some Bareems coming over here trying to pick off this war barge. It's able to almost take down this sky passage here. It gets very close. 92 HP left on it. I'd love to see more Garrison, a citizen in there and repair that one. We're seeing him moving onto this location, hitting it yet again. We've got Osiris coming through. We've got City of the Dead, Quarry Irrigation, Fortified Town Centers. We've seen this before from Kimo. Gets all of those upgrades and he's in a huge, really strong position there. And this attack is huge right now for Moore, who he's just spending all his resources on this. He's not going for a mythic age at all. Trying to throw up a watchtower on this location. He picks off all of the units of Kimo. Kimo's sitting at 119 population now. A lot of resources in the bank, but this gold mine has been pushed off. This sky passage is still alive, and Moore is getting a huge advantage right now with all of this aggression. Kimo was not ready for this. He's about to run out of this gold mine as well. Only 1,000 gold left, and I'm not sure. I mean, with the Osiris, with the Son of Osiris, he may be able to do something, and then also a catapult over here will be able to clean this up very, very easily behind, say, a wall or something like that. So that's not the issue. The issue is can Kimo? Well, he's hit the mythic age now, so it does change things quite a bit. But can Moore keep up this pressure, or what can he do at this point? No fortified town centers, nothing coming through. Villages moving forward. We do see a palace in this location up on the top here. Probably going to try and hit this town center with some destroyers or something. We do see the citizen gets picked off. A couple of these units going after the Son of Osiris. Chip damage at the moment. So the Son of Osiris is a very beefy guy. Very, very beefy unit there. Running past the Sky Passage. He's got double palace up right now for Moore, which makes me yet again confused as to why he went Thea here. And he's still not going for Contarius, is he? There's the Hecate coming through. So no Helios. No Helios. Obviously against the monuments, it's a bit, you have to kind of go a little bit further away. Now I've got Kimo moving forward with walls, wants to make catapult, take down this location here and stamp more out of this game. Does he have a monument over here? He does not. And he still has line of sight of this area, but I mean, what's it going to do? Hit this town center, maybe kill that? Could be I think the citizen is for some reason attacking this wooden wall. That's funny. And Moore uses his final valor as he moves in with these destroyers, trying to go after the Son of Osiris. Not sure where is he going with them. The Sky Passage gets picked off. The palace just about to fall. We've got some dryads on this location causing some chaos. And the destroyer's coming through as well. He might try and pick off the monuments of the soldiers there and then Tartarian gate there, but not sure. These two citizen over here still chilling here. We've got the Bareem looking for some raids on the water. The town center under siege. Fortified town center's coming through. Hecate pops for more. And he's sending just units random places at this point. The wall almost goes down. Town center is still under siege. We've got the Lampade over here. And this catapult's very nice and secure. Tartarian gates it. Oh no. And I think the town center is going to fall anyways. As the Tartarian spawns have to they do jump in here and they're going to be able to hit the catapults. That's funny, but the town center goes down anyways. And then the Tartarian spawn's going to hit him. And we see an Ancestors on this location. Meanwhile, the villagers have to retreat back away from this location. He may be able to get the town center back up. Is there a town center in range of water? There is not. There is obviously this market here he can pick off while having some water advantage there. The Son of Osiris catapults take down this Tartarian gate so very, very fast. We see another palace coming up in this location. We've got Fire Siphon here, but Moore is pop capped at the moment at 140 here because he's got so many Navy units. And Moore, he's losing this town center to Kimo. He gets the Hesperid's tree as well, so he can start making those dryads. We've got the Murmillo moving in here, going to try and get a surround onto the Son of Osiris. Can they do it? They're kind of on top of it here. And there's the heavy infantry there. The Son of Osiris sitting at 200 HP, 250 HP. Those Murmillo cannot get that surround that they want. Gets the Son of Osiris almost picked off there, but all of those Murmillo do fall on that attack. Now I got Fire Siphon going after this town center. Kimo reacting with mercenary cavalry here. He's probably got all the gold in the world. Sitting, oh, I tell a lie, only 82 gold here. So that's a big problem for him as he's spamming out Dryads and Mercenary at the same time. The Fire Siphons get brought back. Palace almost up for more, but 4 town center Isis against 2 town center Oranos. And this is looking grim for more here as Kimo is looking like he is going to sweep his way into the final of the Champions League. I don't see anything coming for more. No attempted Mythic Age. No God Powers left. He's no God Powers left. He's got Son of Osiris. He's got Catapult. He's got all the villagers going after this town center. More going for the villager Ragnarok, taking this town center down very, very fast. Son of Osiris coming in to help out, doing damage everywhere. Meanwhile, able to defend on this location. Fanatics popping out in order to deal with the mercenary cavalry. Town center looks like it's taking no damage to these unupgraded Fire Siphon. Shockwave getting used for more, but his town center falls, and he will be, and Kimo will be building that as soon as he has gold for it. And in that moment, Moore taps out. GG. Well played by Kimo, taking this game, taking this series, and booking his spot for the finals. Guaranteed prize money. Moore's going into the third place match to play the loser of Ridu and Joe. What an absolute series here from Kimo. Just an absolute dominating performance, controlling his units and his economy to absolute perfection, playing like a machine here, and Moore just not able to come up with the goods on these maps. And that was the series. If you guys enjoyed these games, do consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos that come out. And I will see you guys in the next series.